Today, we dive into a mystery that echoes through the millennia, the Babylonian Code, the forbidden secret of the City of Sins. Imagine a gleaming metropolis in the heart of Mesopotamia, where rivers snaked like veins of life and towers rose defying the skies. The name Babylon, in Akkadian, means Gate of the Gods, a portal between the mortal and the divine. But why has history labeled it as the City of Sins? Were they just biblical myths, painting it as a den of lust and corruption? Or was there a dark reality of excesses, occult rituals, and ambitions that surpassed human limits? Think about it, a civilization that dominated the known world, with hanging gardens that seemed to float in the air, and laws engraved in stone that dictated the fate of kings and slaves. However, behind that glory, whispers of forbidden secrets, codes that controlled minds, structures that challenged gods, and a collapse that seems orchestrated by the supernatural. Stay with me as we decipher this enigma, step by step, revealing layers of mystery that could change your view of history. Let's start at the pulsating heart of this legendary city. Now let's advance to the occult knowledge that fueled Babylonian power. At the center of it all stood King Hammurabi, the sixth ruler of the Amorite dynasty, who reigned from 1792 to 1750 BC. He was not just a conqueror, he was a visionary who dictated laws that he claimed to receive directly from the god Marduk, the patron of Babylon. Imagine this, a black diorite sphere, 2.25 meters tall, engraved with 282 laws covering everything from commerce to criminal punishments. But here's the mystery. These laws were based on the principle of an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, with brutal punishments that varied according to social status. A noble who injured a slave paid a fine, but if the reverse happened, the slave could lose their life. Was this divine justice, a celestial code to harmonize society? Or was it an absolute mechanism of social control, designed to keep the elite at the top while the masses lived under the yoke of fear? Think about the implications. Hammurabi claimed that Marduk had granted him authority to rule, but what if this was a facade to manipulate the people? Archaeologists have found copies of this code scattered in temples, suggesting it was propagated as divine word. And the rituals? Priests performed secret ceremonies in the ziggurats, invoking stellar gods to legitimize the king. But what happened in the shadows of those palaces? Rumors of divination through animal entrails or even human sacrifices in times of crisis hover like mist over the records. This occult knowledge was not for everyone. It was reserved for the initiates, those who could read the skies and decipher omens. We question, was the Code of Hammurabi a beacon of civilization, as many historians claim, or a tool to perpetuate inequalities disguised as divine will? As we explore further, we see how this control extended to the sky itself. Speaking of the sky, let's go to the heart of the forbidden engineering that defined Babylon, the colossal Etemenanki, a structure that dominated the horizon with its impressive 91 meters in height. This ziggurat, dedicated to Marduk, was known as the House of the Foundation of Heaven and Earth, and its construction involved thousands of workers, baked bricks, and an astronomical precision that still intrigues us. It inspired the biblical myth of the Tower of Babel, where humans tried to reach the gods, only to be punished with the confusion of languages. But what were the Babylonians really trying to achieve by touching the sky? Was it mere architectural pride, a display of power to intimidate neighbors, or a physical bridge to the gods, a portal where priests performed forbidden rituals to access cosmic knowledge? Imagine climbing its 7 levels, each representing a planet or a celestial tier, painted in vivid colors, from black at the base to blue at the top, symbolizing spiritual ascension. In the upper sanctuary, legend says the king united with the goddess in an annual ceremony to renew the land's fertility. But what if it was more? Babylonian astronomers mapped stars with millennial precision, predicting eclipses and alignments. Could Etemenanki have been a giant observatory, capturing secrets of the universe that humanity wasn't ready to know? Archaeologists like Robert Coldway in the early 20th century excavated its ruins and found evidence of ramps and hydraulic canals, suggesting advanced engineering. However, why so much effort? Some theorists suggest it was an attempt to replicate the primordial mound of creation, challenging the divine monopoly. Others whisper about hidden texts, like tablets describing mathematical formulas to open portals. The mystery deepens. If it was forbidden, why did the gods allow its construction, only to see it crumble? This celestial ambition leads us to the final enigma, the collapse that sealed Babylon's fate. And now the final mystery that haunts the annals of history, the sudden end of Babylon in 539 BC, when the impenetrable walls fell to Cyrus the Great without a bloody battle. This was the greatest metropolis of antiquity, with double walls 8 meters thick, watchtowers, and the Euphrates River as a natural moat. So how did Cyrus enter? Ancient tales speak of him diverting the river to march beneath the walls, but evidence suggests something more sinister. Gates opened from within, a betrayal orchestrated by the priests themselves. Why? The last Babylonian king, Nabonidus, had offended the clergy by prioritizing the moon god Sin over Marduk, causing discontent. Were the priests accomplices, handing over the city to avoid total destruction? Or a supernatural fate, as prophesied in Jeremiah in the Bible, where Babylon would fall for its sins? Imagine the scene, parties echoing in the palaces, while Persian troops infiltrated silently. Cyrus, proclaimed as a liberator, respected the temples and freed captives, including exiled Jews. But what happened to the secrets? The Babylonian Code, laws, rituals, astronomical knowledge, was it absorbed by the Persian Empire or lost in the dust? The city, once the jewel of the world, declined gradually, its towers crumbling under the weight of time. Alexander the Great planned to restore it, but died there in 323 BC, as if cursed. Today, ruins in modern Iraq whisper stories of glory and fall. And you, are you ready to unravel more? Was this the price of forbidden ambition? A civilization that challenged gods, controlled masses, and built incredible works, only to disappear into eternal silence? Reflect with me. Does the Babylonian Code still influence us today? Our modern laws echo those of Hammurabi. Our modern towers touch the sky like Etemenanki. But beware, forbidden secrets can lead to ruin, and who knows what lurks in the shadows of our own era. If these mysteries have captivated you, subscribe now, turn on the bell so you don't miss the next decipherings, and comment below. Do you think Babylon fell due to human betrayal or a divine curse? Share your theories. Your opinion could be the next enigma we explore together. Thank you for diving into this epic journey with us. Until next time, where more forbidden secrets await to be revealed.